So the first question that I have is, how has the coronavirus pandemic affected the progress of these projects within the Meridian Township?
There really hasn't been any effect on the COVID pandemic on the road projects. Construction work was authorized fairly early by the governor to resume, and it has been. All the projects are pretty much on schedule. The workers, of course, by the nature of the work, work at sort of a good social distance from each other, and there really hasn't been a problem.
So the second question that I have is for Central Park and Newman Roads, contractors are using polymer coated rubber and modified HMA mixtures. Can you explain the difference between these materials and the other resources that you are using on the Lake Lansing and Jolly projects? Like, what's the difference between those materials and other materials?
Right. What we're using on the Central Park project in test strips being funded by Michigan Department of Environmental, Great Lakes and Energy Scrap Tire Market Development Grant is scrap tire rubber modified asphalt. And the purpose of this material is to improve the properties of the asphalt, make it longer lasting, more resilient. The asphalt becomes brittle as it ages in the sun. And in the extreme temperatures that we have in Michigan, the hot in the summer, cold in the winter, that results eventually in cracking. The rubber modification helps replace synthetic materials such as polymer, which extend the life of the asphalt, make it remain more resilient over time, while at the same time using up post-consumer scrap tires, used tires from vehicles, which are crushed up, ground up, and melted into the asphalt. We've been working with Michigan State University, Department of Civil Engineering to develop different ways of modifying the rubber and incorporating it into the asphalt. This is yet another, what we call a polymer modified crumb rubber asphalt mix to incorporate the scrap tires into the asphalt. We've been trying different mix designs, different technologies to do this. And this is yet another example of doing it. We've done it in several places around the county. A number of years ago, it was done on Cornell Road. It's performing very well there. There was test strips done on prior parts of Lake Lansing Road. And I believe parts of Hazlitt Road were done with crumb rubber modified asphalt. So it extends the life of the asphalt and uses up old tires, and that's kind of a win-win several ways.
Okay, cool. The next question that I have is, with detours and possibly, slower traffic times, what can residents do to keep themselves and the construction workers safe while they're working on these projects?
Yeah, what I would recommend, of course, is that people obey the traffic control signs in the project areas, reduce speeds, follow the directions of the sign to remain in the lanes that are open to traffic, and most importantly, reduce speeds where there's workers working. For the safety of the motorists and the workers, we need folks to slow down, be more cognizant, not be on their cell phones or be distracted as they're driving through the work zones.
The next question that I have is, I know you just previously stated that these projects are on track and going smoothly. So when can citizens of Meridian Township expect these projects to be done?
Most of the projects should be done during the summer months before the end of August. I'll just run down and give you a quick update. The Central Park project, which is being resurfaced between Okemos and then over to Marsh and around to Grand River, is expected to actually be done in the next few days. That's going to be restriped for 3 lanes with a center left turn lane, 1 lane in each direction, and bike lanes on each side. So that'll be a very nice project when it's done. That one's going to be done soon. I think they're putting on the final layers of asphalt actually as we speak this week. Lake Lansing is being done between Hagedorn and Saginaw, and right turn lanes are being added on eastbound Lake Lansing at both Hagedorn and at Park Lake Road. That is also going to be restriped for 3 lanes with those right turn lanes I just mentioned. That project is expected to be done in mid-August. We currently have the Park Lake, Lake Lansing intersection closed. We expect that'll be closed about 2 more weeks. And the detour is to use Saginaw Highway between Lake Lansing and Hagedorn to get around that area. That whole project again should be done in mid-August. And then the third large primary road, county road project in Meridian Township, of course, is Jolly Road between Hagedorn and Dobie, not including the Okemos intersection, which was done a number of years ago. So that project is actually specifically from Jolly to Kansas Street, which is west of Okemos Road, and then again from Aladdin Parkway, which is east of Okemos Road to Dobie Road. That is being milled and resurfaced. The milling is starting this week. And again, we expect that project to also be done by the end of August. So all 3 projects we expect to be done by the end of August in time for hopefully school to resume and to be out of people's way as hopefully normal life resumes in the fall.
And then the next question that I have is with these improvements, how we spoke about the different polymers and resources that are being used, how long are these improvements on these projects expected to last for Michigan residents?
We expect these type of projects to last 15 to 20 years. Typical milling and heavy overlay of a county primary road such as these typically last 15 to 20 years.